Hello, Kurt Jackson, Retirement Income Strategist with KJ Financial, here with some questions that anyone in their 50s should be thinking about, should be asked regarding the nationwide phenomenon of stressed state budgets. You know, we always hear about the budget deficits in the federal government, and we don't hear near as much about the budget pressures that states are experiencing. So where will states get the money to provide the promised retirement and health care benefits for their workers? How will states continue to provide services? As Medicaid reimbursements from the federal government decline, where will the states get the money for the difference? Won't they raise taxes? Won't they maybe lower service and benefits? Won't they maybe do a combination of both of those things? Won't they maybe even have to borrow money? Have you ever wondered why they have to do these things? You know, isn't it true that states can't print money like the federal government does? So aren't the only people that states can get money from is taxpayers and property owners? Would it make sense for you to maybe look at reducing your exposure to those two things? Would it make sense to do something about it before government takes away the financial tools that are still available that keeps you in control of your financial future? If you have money saved for retirement, where is it? Okay. Is it in qualified plans like the 401k, 403b, 457 plan, or IRAs? Well, who is really in control of those accounts? If you want to pull money out, what happens? Don't you pay taxes on that money? If you pull it out before age 59 and a half, what happens? Yeah. Isn't there a 10% penalty? So who is really in control of that money? Isn't it the government? So how easily could the government change the rules on that money? Does it make sense to have your money in a place that's so easily controlled by the government? Would it make sense to explore other options, alternative options, to see if any of those might serve you better? If there were strategies that you liked that better protected your money and reduced the risk that the government changing the rules, would it make sense to do that now before something happens, or wait until later after it happens? So if your answer is now, maybe we should have a friendly conversation to see if there are other options that might better suit your needs. And by friendly, I mean that there's nothing for sale in this conversation. We'll talk about you and your situation, then we'll talk about some ideas that might help your situation. If you decide you like those ideas and you want us to put together more specific ones for you, we'll do that. If you like those and you want us to implement them for you or with you, we will. And if not, if you don't like any of that, at least you'll know what needs to be done, and you can go out and do them on your own or get some help from another financial professional. Does that sound fair? When you're ready, give me a shout directly on my direct line at 816-582-5532. Email Kurt at kjfinancialonline.com. That information's right up there on the screen. And let's set up a time for us just to have a talk about this, okay?